It seems that there's hidden talents that exist within Nedbank, and I think that was fantastic, Nkosinathi. That was a great rendition, and it just makes us proud that we've got so much talent within us. And I hope that everyone else in here amongst us is inspired by the creativity that is flowing around here, and also just the expression of it. There's different things and different ways that we can do to express how we feel. So really, really very good. Firstly, let me acknowledge the MEC for Health and Social Development at the Joburg Municipality, Umam Nongeba Mulwele. In his absentia, the CEO of Africa to Khone, Mr. Mark Labner, for gracing us today, and also Oba from the Nelson Mandela Children's Fund, and thanking him for gracing us. TJ Chapela from Brimstone, and really our guests, all of you ladies and gentlemen here tonight. Today is a very cold day, and I think we came with this concept of coming here in the middle of winter, outside, because we wanted to drive the point of why we do the winter campaign. Every day we sit at our own homes with whether you have underfloor heating or you have your gas heater or oil heater or any kind of heater that you have, and we go to bed with our electric blankets and we forget about the vulnerable members of our society who brave this kind of weather on a daily basis. And they've been made vulnerable by all manner of reasons. But, you know, they live through days like this with nothing on their back. And we are here today so that we can ignite something within all of you, something that says, after I leave here today, what is it that I can do to help someone else? What is it that I can do to make sure that those young children, those old women and men within our society who don't have the wherewithal to protect themselves within the ravages of this kind of winter, what is it that you can do to help? And there's so many other things that you can do to help. We know that South Africa is a society that deals with a lot of social issues. And so, you know, we also have the theme of saying preserving and restoring the dignity of our children. As we are wrapping up our winter campaign and going into July, which has come to be known as Mandela Month, we just also want to say to you, how do we further the vision of Nelson Mandela and make our society treat our children better? How do we start talking within our own circles and looking within our own environments to see what is it that I am doing in my own life to restore the dignity of our children? The legacy that we as a generation are going to pass to next generations is certainly going to be, or must be, a better shaped future. And we do that by shaping the youth, by shaping the children that we are raising. The children that we are raising may not be our own. The children that we are raising are the children of this world, the children of South Africa. You know, in Xhosa there's a song I like to sing, and I'm not going to sing because the talent that has just been demonstrated here today does not allow. But there's a song in Xhosa that says, Alukho usana olungena mama, which means there is no child without a mother. And then it goes on to say, Yaske yazul dam ingenabani, which means that, and then the orphan wandered around with no one. Let's not be a society that has our children wandering around because they have no one. Let's not be a society that says a child is not mine because they have been born to another mother. There must be no child without a mother. And the winter campaign that we run as Nedbank is just a way for us to show that even as corporates, we've got a heart. We are a corporate that cares. We are a corporate that is led by a spirit of wanting to give back to our communities. We want to be seen as an entity that cares for our clients, that cares for our staff, that cares for the communities that we operate in. Because we believe that we don't operate in a vacuum and we can never be successful if we don't take care of the weakest links of our society. We started the winter campaign 4 years ago, and really fueled by all of these things to say, how do we express this caring? What are the practical things that we can do to show that we care? And people often ask, so what's the impact of giving a blanket? And that's why we are here today. We want to show the impact of giving a blanket. When every one of you are sitting here holding so tight to those blankets, it's the impact of being able to have something around you. Now imagine a home that has 100 kids, who don't have a mother or a particular mother. And none of them have their own blanket. They share a blanket. And when you come in the middle of winter like this, in a place like the Northern Cape, where temperatures go to -3 degrees, for example, and you give that child a blanket and you say, this one is your own, you suddenly change the way that that child thinks. You suddenly prevent that child catching a flu and having to go and access our health systems that are so burdened already. It's the little things that we do that really give dignity so that people don't have to fight. People don't have to fight. We complain about crime. Sometimes crime is really just because people are trying to fill their basic needs. I'm feeling cold. I need to have a cup of coffee, but I don't have money. So I'll mug you because I want to get money. So it's a way that is so far-reaching and yet so simple. We know, in black culture, the importance of a blanket. A blanket, it covers things. And when you cover people with a blanket, you are saying, whatever it is that is under that blanket, I accept it. So it's a way for us, it's such a symbolic product, a blanket. And when it's no longer cold, you can put a blanket on the floor. And it suddenly becomes a space for you to do something else. It's a versatile thing. So, it may seem like a simple gesture, but there's so much behind giving a blanket and how much it contributes to the dignity of ourselves. And today we hope that we have ignited that spirit in you that says, how do we restore the dignity of our children? This place that we are at today, the Children's Memorial Institute, houses a lot of organizations that deal with child welfare issues, whether it's disabled children, whether it's abused children, whether it is organizations like Africa to Khone, the Teddy Bear Clinic, and so on. This is a place that I hope all of you will not be coming to for the last time. It may have been your first time, but I think that it's a place that a lot of us should know and a lot of us should support. And part of this is to try and raise this awareness to say, well, if you don't know, you want to do something, but you don't know, where do I go? How do I help these children that I see out there that are so helpless? There's places like this. There's places like this that have organized themselves. And they are saying, use us, support us, fund us, so that we can be the soldiers and the feet on the ground as we try to restore the dignity of our children. And lastly, I will end with a quote that says, it's apparently a quote from George Martin, who said his old grandmother always used to say, summer friends will melt away like summer snows, but winter friends are friends forever. So as we sit here today, I hope that we will be the winter kind of friend and not the fair weather friend. Thank you.